Okay. Moving to the jury. The sworn testimony of Michael Foster given before trial will now be presented. You are to consider and weigh this testimony as you would any other evidence in the case.
Thank you, Your Honor. This deposition, Michael Foster, was taken February 15th, 2018 at 1:35 p.m.
Okay. And please raise your hand. Do you swear or affirm that you will accurately read the deposition of Michael Foster?
I will.
Okay.
Direct examination by Mr. Brooks. For the record, go ahead and give us your full name.
Michael Stephen Foster,
And what's your date of birth?
June 13th, 1978.
And your current address?
5555 Booker Street, that is in Milton.
Is that 70? 70?
70
Okay, and what's your current phone number?
981-9676.
Okay, you've been listed as a witness in this case involving Mary Rice and Billy Boyette. I'm going to start out by asking you how, my understanding is that you know Mary Rice.
Yes,
How long have you known her?
if it was possible before she was born.
Okay,
Her mom and my mother were best friends. They were my god brothers and sisters, that family.
okay, so you grew up with her basically.
Yeah,
Were you friends
yes,
throughout that time?
yeah. Years go by, you know how it goes. We would see each other.
Okay, about the time that this thing happened at the Emerald Sands, had you spent any time with her prior to that?
Yeah.
Okay, tell us what your relationship was and what kind of time you spent with her.
For a while, a couple of days, I was giving her a ride back and forth to work. You know, I hadn't seen her in a while. And then I seen how she was living, so she needed help with that.
Tell us about that.
Oh, the housing situation was just holes in the walls, floor, needing siding, and her refrigerator it just wasn't a refrigerator. And I am in a reconstruction business, so I get a lot of that stuff for nothing. And I was actually bringing a bunch to her to help her out.
Okay, how much work did you do for her?
I really didn't do any work. I worked all day, and then I would bring that stuff to her and hang out with her and then go to the house.
The stuff that you brought her, did she start doing the work on her house by herself?
Well, she could, but I imagine she had somebody else helping her. There was a couple of people that were living in a camper she had out back or on the side of her house.
Did you know who they were?
I want to say a guy named Dennis, and I don't know his girlfriend's name at one point, and they weren't helping out or something, so she had them leave. And I don't know, she got to where she couldn't trust anybody being over there, so nobody lived in it when I was around pretty much.
Was there anybody living in her house with her?
No, not that I seen.
How often would you be over at her house?
1 week steady a week, and if I had a few drinks or something, I would stay there with her. So a couple of nights, I actually spent the night. I ain't going to drink and drive.
Gotcha. And during that week, were you helping her out during that week as well?
Whatever she needed. Mostly it was riding around back and forth to work or store or something like that. Other than that, maybe a little bit on her house.
Okay.
But through the week, I would be at work, so I couldn't do much but bring stuff and drop it off.
Okay, I'm going to bring you back to that time frame right around the murders that happened in Milton. Did you have contact with her around that time, the week before?
Yeah, right all the way up until. I didn't hear about none of this for days after it happened. And I was like, no way. And supposedly it happened. The day I left and seen her, that all took place that evening or that next day.
Okay, so the day of the murder, you had seen her that previous day?
I believe so, or possibly that day.
That same day?
Possibly.
Tell us about the last contact you had with her.
Last time I seen her, it wasn't Mary. She was freaked out, is what I gathered. And I have seen her drunk, I have seen her high, I have seen her just wasted. And she wasn't acting like that even. And I worried for her. And I told her to leave. I wanted her to leave with me. I was like, get away from all of this.
But when you say you wanted her to leave, that was that day, the last day you saw her?
Yeah, the last day I saw her.
Let's start from the beginning and tell us what you did that day and how did you work, and did you work that day?
Yeah. I worked that day and I came over there. I called her and she didn't answer the phone and I went over there. She didn't mind if I did that, but it pissed her off if anybody just showed up. That's how she was. But when I got there, she didn't want me to be there. She was on edge and freaking out. And I was like, I know something is up. And I was trying to get her to leave, and she just wouldn't leave. She was like, I can't leave. I can't leave. I can't. She wouldn't leave. It freaked me out to the point where I didn't know what to do. But I knew she is tough. That girl can handle it. So I left it alone. She can handle it. She has got a neighbor across the street, her friends and stuff, whatever, if anything was going on, but didn't know this was going to be happening. But I wanted her to go and stay at my house because nobody knew where I lived, and none of them people really knew me at all.
Did she say she was worried about people in the neighborhood or anything?
No, nothing about nobody. She can put on a tough act. When she got scared, she puts on an act like, fuck, I will kill him. I will do that. I mean, that's how we talk. But she was freaking out.
Did she say anything about why she was freaking out?
Uh-huh. She wouldn't tell nothing.
Okay, did you go to her house?
Yeah.
How far into her house did you go?
The kitchen. Right when we walk in the front door, that's the kitchen area right there.
What was she doing when you had gotten there?
Scrambling. Like she didn't know what she was doing, basically, is what I gathered. When I first seen her pulled up, she was off. And I wanted to see what was going on. And I walked inside. I mean, she didn't know what she was doing.
You mentioned she was off. You went in the kitchen with her. What was she saying or doing when you were in the kitchen?
I can't really recall. It was just, she wanted me to go. She was, Mike, you have to go. You can't be here. Nobody can be here right now. You have to go. She was adamant about, you have to go, get out of here. You have got to go.
Was that unusual for her to behave like that around you?
Yeah.
Did you see anybody else in the house?
No, there was a kid there. I don't think he was there he might have been there, a younger guy. She called him her son or something. I think she was just kind of helping take care of him or something. He was out of juvie or something. I think something was going on with some kid over there. I can't remember what relation he is to her.
But that day, you didn't see anybody?
I don't think I did. Nobody was in the house.
Okay, did you see anything out of place when you walked in? You have been in there several times.
Pretty much everything was out of place. It was...
Was it typical Mary's house, though?
No.
Okay.
No, it was, I don't know, just gone through and restacked and whatever. It was just different, the whole thing. The kitchen was still a mess as far as dishes and stuff, with boxes and clothes and stuff. But at the same time, I was bringing her stuff like that. I brought her bags of clothes and shoes and just a bunch of stuff like that. And I brought her a double-door refrigerator. Now, I was packing the house up, so I wasn't there the whole time when she was moving her stuff around and don't know who was moving around. She said, hey, I have got somebody that can help me. He can help me out, which I knew one guy that lives around the corner that maybe could come and help her. But he was there dropping off some wood one day, and I knew him. He takes care of some trailers over here, but
Did she appear to you when she told you, tried to get you to leave, did she appear that she was scared at the time, or how did she appear?
yeah, scared to me. She was scared, like out of her own ways and self, but then she seemed real worried about me. I was like, okay, I am out of here. She was like, you have to go. Okay, Mary, call me in a while and tell me what is going on. If you need me, I'm here. Call me and I will come get you, or whatever.
All right, did she talk to you at all after that?
No, I think, no, never heard from her. Do you want to continue on with that?
Yeah.
That was not, okay. No, I have never heard from her again after that, except for a message. I think I heard a message come over on text or messenger.
What did the message say?
This was after she was arrested, so, and then how and why and what. I think I said something back. She said something, oh, I have got my ways and we are facing, I think something like that.
After she was arrested?
Yeah,
Okay, what is it? Text message?
yeah. It was through like a Facebook message.
Facebook message?
Yeah.
Okay.
However, I didn't write nothing back. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't want to be part of it if it was something. I see her mom bump into her and stuff.
Did you know Billy Boyette?
I knew him, and I wasn't real drank beer with him or hang out or nothing like that, but I knew him. A lot of people know him.